Today I'm going to make treacle tea scones, and the treacle tea scones are just my basic recipe for tea scones, and I've added treacle. So back to the ingredients again. We've got soda bread flour, some baking powder which is optional, butter or margarine, whichever you have, doesn't matter, sugar, eggs, and this time instead of buttermilk I'm going to use sweet milk, just to show you that it isn't necessary to have buttermilk. So if you don't have buttermilk, this is quite alright. I've even used yogurt, so any of them are fine. So this is the recipe. It's a pound of soda bread flour, half a teaspoonful of baking powder, 2 ounces of sugar, 4 ounces of margarine or butter cut up or diced, 2 eggs, around 2 tablespoonfuls of black treacle, and then buttermilk or sweet milk to make up the liquid to around half a pint. So in the mixer I have already put all the dry ingredients and the butter in together, and I've mixed them all together to resemble fine breadcrumbs. And now I'm going to add the liquid. So I've mixed all the liquid ingredients together. The 2 eggs, the treacle, I've had 2 good tablespoonfuls in there, and just made it up to roughly half a pint with the sweet milk, and it really didn't take that much milk for it. So now I'm going to add all to the dry ingredients. And let it mix until it comes well together. So that's it all come together, and that literally has taken just a couple of minutes altogether. And now I'm going to turn it out onto a floured board and cut it out. So I've tipped them out onto the floured board. I've dusted a wee bit of flour over them, and I'm going to put them onto a floured baking tray. And I never grease a baking tray, well, very rarely. So these are on a floured baking tray, and I'm using this cutter. But you could actually cut them into squares, whatever shape you wanted. So I'm going to cut them about 1 inch thick. I've rolled them out slightly, but not an awful lot, because I love them really, really thick. So I'll get about 10 to 12 out of this mixture. So that's them all rolled out and ready to go into the oven. And what I've done, I have brushed them over the top with a little milk. I don't normally do this, but I thought today for a wee change I would. So I've got a dozen out of it, and they're fairly thick. So I've set the oven at 180, and I'm going to put them on for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to check at 15. It may take an extra couple of minutes. So that's the treacle tea scones out of the oven, and back to the recipe. Now, if I was doing them again, I think I would roll them a wee bit thicker, and I don't think I would bother putting the milk on top of them. However, they smell absolutely delicious.